Well, we caught up with Brandon Hunter. He came into the day second place, only 1.5 pounds out of the lead. He's a local here. He lives just up the road. He guides on the lake. Obviously, he's out here daily. The last few tournaments we've had, he's always been in contention. As you see behind me here, this is a totally different setup though, and this a lot of times, it's a spot that's kind of off the wall. It's not what everybody else is fishing, and it's a type spot that you can save for the last day and catch him, and that's what Brandon's done here. Most of the guys are out in the main river channel. They're fishing the summertime fish. Brandon's 2/3 of the way back in a major tributary, a big creek here, and he's fishing the creek channel. So it's more like a pre-spawn or post-spawn type spot, where there's a flat where they spawn and flooded bushes on the side, and then just a little deeper ditch there. He's cranking it now and trying to get some of these fish that haven't been beat on all week. These fish are running behind the late spawners that are yet to move out in a couple weeks, will be out in the river channel. So he's got it to himself. Nobody's really hit it, and I know he saved a spot that was really good earlier in the tournament for this day. Problem is he's not getting bites right now. It's just kind of tough. It's totally slick calm. Each of the days we've had some wind first thing in the morning, and then about 10 o'clock it's slicked off and it gets tough. Well, today it stayed slick the whole morning, and the bite is just tougher. We've seen a few big fish get caught, but there's not the numbers. And being close, I've been there before. When you don't have that first fish, it's that first one, then that fifth one, that limit, but especially that first one, the mind starts racing, and it's got to be getting tough for him. So he really needs to just catch one, even if it's a 2-pounder, get the juices flowing again, and you just see in the posture, guys kind of slump over, and it's just tough. I mean, you start second guessing everything you're doing, and you're just not sure. And then you don't know if you should sit on a spot or run, and you really start to get spun out. So hopefully Brandon gets one here quickly. Once you do it, then you can kind of just lay back and fish the way you need to. But we'll hang with him here. Obviously he knows where they're at, and like I said, a spot like this a lot of times is where they get one on. Everybody and their brother's not fishing it. These fish aren't pressured. Once he can get them to go, if he can get them fired up, he can probably catch a big limit in a hurry. Well, you see Brandon and his entourage have all left here now. He was graphing all over back and forth, and what happens a lot of times on these spots is one day the conditions change, so it may be a little brighter, maybe the fishing pressure moves them. These fish will move around if they're getting beat up in one spot, but you have a creek channel, say like this, it's coming along a flat, and the creek will come out here, and one day you may find them on the tip of this point, right? And they're biting really good, and then you come back the next day, if you don't graph it, you throw it here, you don't catch anything. Well, they might move to this little depression right here. They might move up on the flat. Sometimes they'll move down to the next little wrinkle of it, and that's what we saw Brandon do. He fished, he caught one little short in here, couldn't keep, then graphed the whole thing all up and down looking for those fish. A lot of times, like I said, they'll move 10 yards, sometimes it's 300 yards, but they'll stay in the same general area. Didn't see him on the move again. So on Sunday like this, at Kentucky Lake, you can't grind out a win. You have to go catch big ones. You're gonna have to jack him up. So he's on the move. He's been graphing a lot. He's gonna keep on looking. Sooner or later, you collide with a school, he's gonna catch him. I mean, he's a local here. He's obviously gonna catch him. But right now, obviously, he's feeling the pressure. The sooner he gets into him, the better his day's gonna go.